Hello, welcome everyone to episode
84.
84. Wow, we're at episode 84 already of 55 and 5, the only web series going one by one through the 121 card set of the 1955 Parkhurst Wrestling trading cards. Ian Riccoboni, Cary Silkin, AJ from Bisson Creative Design behind the camera, man on the audio, and Cary. Yesterday we had a fun one. We had a double dip. We talked about Larry McQueen before, but the feature athlete was Yvonne Robert.
It's been a good week.
Yeah, and it might end here. It might, because I had one that gave me a false positive in that it was a name I thought I recognized and was in no relation to what I thought it was recognizable for.
All right.
So that's your hint. And it looks like two of the Three Stooges on this card. Sort of the classic over-the-top wrestling poses. Cary, what can what can you tell me about Lee Henning? Henning.
I know the name.
Okay.
I know the name.
Yeah. Has possibly one of the...
Might have been Paul Henning. He's on one of my posters, which I'll show you.
Sure.
Maybe we'll bring him for poster of the week.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys, they look like we called up to have the junk hauled away.
Right. What's crazy about this card, Cary, is Lee Henning wrestled from 37 to 75, and I made sure that was not an instance that we ran into earlier where...
Is Lee on the right or left?
Lee is on the... Let me see. He's on the right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wonder who's on the left.
Oh, it actually mentions it on the back. It is Fred Atkins.
That name we've seen.
And we've talked about Fred Atkins, yes. So, yeah, Lee Henning debuted in 37. Do you know who he was trained by? This is actually
Wrangler Lewis.
Farmer Burns.
Farmer Burns.
Yeah. His nickname.
I think Farmer Burns used to bring a pig to the ring.
He did. Yes.
Yeah. Little pig.
Just a piglet. His nickname was Butcher Boy.
Okay.
And as you can imagine, that meant he was a villain. He was very well regarded in San Francisco. That's where most of his accolades were. He was a 3-time Pacific Coast champion from 39 to 49. And another Kansas mainstay, Central States. So hitting a bit of an oil slick with these Kansas guys here. Pun intended. He feuded with Rock Hunter, who I don't know much about.
I heard the name.
Pat O'Connor.
Of course.
And Murder Incorporated, the Mills Brothers.
All right.
So that's those are his big accomplishments. He wrestled from 37 to 75.
That's crazy.
And I confirm that the Lee Henning...
It's almost a 40-year career.
Mm-hmm. And this wasn't a mistaken identity like the gentleman we talked about where there was just two guys with the same name. The Lee Henning in 37 was the Lee Henning in 75.
Well...
And he looks old. I don't want to say ancient, but he looks older than...
Hey, that's how the wrestlers used to look.
Yeah.
They're grown men.
Right.
Yeah.
He would have been 21 years into his career, 18 years into his career.
As great as a talent has always been in Ring of Honor, I used to say back in my era, what happened? This is like an Abercrombie and Fitch ad.
Right.
What happened to the rough and tough? But no.
Well, between Spanky and Paul London and...
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Roderick Strong.
Right.
And Adam Cole.
Yeah. We had the Necro Butcher.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Homicide.
Right.
So, Lee Henning. And the false positive I was talking about, do you know where I was going with that?
I wasn't.
Kurt and Larry the Axe. Henning.
No,
there's some confusion there.
They're Hennig.
They're Hennig, yes. Right. And but their name would frequently be misprinted as Henning.
Right.
So that's... no relation as far as I can tell, no confused identity. But it does appear that some people think there might... It gets advertised on eBay as a relative of Kurt and Larry. So that's not accurate as far as I can tell.
Well, that was a good one.
Yeah, another dual card. At least it told us on the back who it was, unlike the sumo wrestlers. And another dual card. And tomorrow, Cary, there's a dual one. You've been waiting for this one.
Good.
So that's all the hint Cary needs.
Lucky number 85.
Lucky number 85. And Cary, I look forward to talking to you tomorrow about maybe the smallest episode we've ever done.
Okay.
So we'll be back at you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the premiere of episode 85. I want to thank AJ, our producer, Cary Silkin. We want to thank you for watching. I'm Ian Riccaboni. Happy wrestling, everybody.